back to the channel, fool. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for like videos like this.
Super red. Super red.
And he probably been all over the world. And they're not even bothered anymore.
Questions of you, and a simple yes or no is fine. The FDA's authority over the safety of baby lotion. First, can the FDA require a review of baby lotion for safety before it comes to market?
No, we cannot.
Can the FDA require the manufacturer not to use a toxic ingredient, for example, formaldehyde, in its baby lotion?
No.
Is the manufacturer required to register with the FDA before selling its baby lotion?
No.
So I think my first statement is becoming truer. Once the baby lotion comes to market, can the FDA require safety information about the baby lotion?
No.
If the baby lotion has caused bad reactions in the babies, can the FDA require a recall?
No.
If the manufacturer is aware of the baby's bad reactions, would the manufacturer be required to report that to the FDA?
No.
Well, I think everybody's paying rapt attention here.
And where is the FDA shutdown button?
So I just want to see how it does with the person walking next to me. We'll see how that goes. Say hi. Yeah. Do a little walk around.
Cap?
This is the black sun. It's called the black, now, that particular part there is called the black sun. Right up there you'll see a particular reptilian demon. You see a screw. It represents the Kundalini. That reptilian demon that you see is the Kundalini in you. But you also see a demon called a Karna zone. It's the holy demon. Now what is this? You go into your Godhead. The Kundalini is rising you to take you through the gateway, which is the black dot. But you have a lower nature. The lower nature likes it here. It wants to stay around. You understand? And it's going to do everything to keep you from going up. So therefore, it makes everything in your outside world seem impossible, so you'll get off the path. Oh, shit, I ain't got no money. Oh, this, oh, that. You see what I'm saying? Because the Lord...
We have the holy and the demon inside us.
The only way she was going to jumpstart a country career is if she did her first private affair at the Confederate ball, and she's not white enough for that. How are you turning white with an HBCU singing Confederate music with a hat on? There's a lot of hypocrisy going on.
I understand. Now her eyebrows are blonde.
Her eyebrows, she's translucent. You gotta think about Kanye. He's really an artist. I want y'all to think about that. Beyonce, her entire career, especially this country business, is all transparent. I guess Alicia Keys didn't learn from Elon. Like, baby, this probably is the wrong year for you to be up there saying how Baphomet.
To my brother Jay-Z, the Most High.
Y'all gotta learn how to worship the devil a little more quiet.
And they will do anything for money.
This is a bargain hell. Give my boy some glasses.
And we was sneezing like a machine gun.
Uważaj! Uważaj! Hej!
When God put you to the test, but you fail. He gone, just go.
What they're claiming is that they went 1,000 times farther than they can send astronauts today, 50 years ago, on the first attempt with 1/1,000,000th the computing power of a cell phone. And there's never been a technological achievement that no one could repeat 50 years later. It's like me telling you 50 years ago, Toyota made a car that could go 50,000 miles on a gallon of gasoline. And yet today, 5 decades later, the best car can only go 50 miles per gallon or 1,000th the distance. You would laugh and say the original claim is preposterous. Or 50 years later, and now the farthest they can send an astronaut to the moon is 1,000th the distance that they claim to have done on the first attempt 50 years ago with less computing power than a cell phone, 1/1,000,000th of the computing power. It just doesn't add up. It's never happened. It's also the only time that they deliberately destroyed a technology. I mean, the B-52 is 70 years old and there's still 200 of them in service. And yet they admit they destroyed all the Apollo equipment and they're claiming they have to go back to the moon and recreate it from scratch. They destroyed all the original videotapes, all the original blueprints. You would never do that if you really went. You would only do that if there was a fraud and you were trying to cover your track.
Fucking broke down, man. Broke on you, man. Mom!
Be quiet and use your phone, cause a polar bear could hear you.
Demon is D-mon. Mon is moon, meaning emotion. D means negative. A demon is a negative emotion, which possess your mind, body, and spirit. These entities are created by your own thought forms. You feed them by giving them mental and emotional energy. Every addiction you have is an astral entity that you have created. The more thoughts and emotions that you give to these entities, the stronger impact they have over your physical body. I, Magi Nation, you are a magician bringing thought and emotions into physical reality. You've been doing magic your whole life.
Last weekend, I had a meeting in a ski resort in the Alps, which is probably the most expensive town in the world. I was not there to ski, for the record. But the whole town is Ukrainian. You know, all the visitors are Ukrainian. And they're rolling into air maze and dropping $1 million in an afternoon. All through Europe, you see this. The richest people are the Ukrainians. That money is ours. It belongs to me and you and every other American taxpayer. That's where it's going. Second fact, not guess, fact is Ukrainian military is selling a huge percentage, up to half of the arms that we send them. Half. And I'm not guessing about this. I know that for a fact, not speculation. And a lot of us winding up with the drug cartels on our border. This is a crime, what's happening. Our intel agencies are fully aware of this. You tell me they're not profiting from this. Of course, you think CIA is not profiting from this? Yes, they are. I can't prove that, but I believe that. What they don't know this, I know this, but they don't know this. They know this. No one is saying it. Like, no American seems aware of this. We're sending these arms to Ukraine, billions of billions, hundreds of billions of dollars, and it's being stolen and sold to our actual enemies. Like, what the?
We're being robbed, period.
The biggest drug that they found in tap water, do you know what it is?
Fluoride.
Birth control.
What?
Birth control is the highest toxic compound found in tap water.
Wow.
So boys are consuming this. You got to think about testosterone dumping. Of course, because you're getting estrogen. You're getting birth control. You know what I'm saying? Like, no wonder our hormones are all jacked up.
Yeah, you're showering in it, you're drinking it, it's in your food, it's in your bread,
yes.
your pasta.
And pasta and
everywhere.
everything. And
Holy
everything.
crap. Even your fruits, they're watering it.
Yes, fruits and everything.
Vegetables.
I mean, you can't even drink a bottle of water in plastic because of the nanoplastics and the microplastics.
Crazy.
It's just, you know, they're setting us up for failure.
That's an invasion of privacy. He was taking a half bath with potatoes.
Okay, so this is the wildest. That is, I don't know if you can hear it, that is a cop drone. So they're actively looking for somebody. It followed the neighbor up the stairs. Okay, cops everywhere.
Did you know that the Knights Templars had one of the largest fleets in the world? Did you know that one of their symbols is the skull and bones? Did you know that on every grave of the Knights Templars in Europe is the skull and bones? Did you know that when the Templars were destroyed by the Pope and the King of France, the entire fleet escaped and became the pirates? Didn't you ever wonder why the pirates were called the Brotherhood? Didn't you ever wonder why they could all sail into the same port and never fight against each other? Didn't you ever wonder where the Templars' fleet went? Didn't you ever wonder where the skull and crossbones came from? Didn't you ever wonder why the Russell Trust at Yale University is called the Skull and Bones? George Bush is a member. He's a Knights Templar. And many other great men who have occupied high positions of this government. Their goal is revenge for the persecution of men of intellect and science throughout the Middle and Dark Ages by the church, by the kings and queens, by the governments, and by the ignorant mob. That's why they want to destroy all existing governments, destroy all existing religions, and put the shackles on the mob.
And so what's happening is the universe is, your brain works like a magnet, and the universe does not act upon you. It reacts upon you. So let me give you an example. If I don't like, I gave this example before, I'm gonna give it again. If I don't like this color yellow behind me, okay? The universe didn't tell me not to like yellow. I told the universe I didn't like yellow, and the universe presented a cognition of that reality which fits my understanding. So the universe is reacting on you. It's not acting on you. What religion does is it tells you there's a guy in the sky outside yourself named God who's acting upon you outside of your control. And so what's happening is you get all of this charge up and you get all of this inspiration, and then instead of taking your life in your own hands, okay, what you do is you say, well, everything happens for a reason. It's all in God's plan, and all of the other bullshit excuses that y'all use to not be responsible for your own destiny. And so what's happening is you being told not to make a phone call on your phone because somebody else gonna make the call for you, okay? And so your body is a cell phone, you know, metaphorically speaking. And your thoughts and your prayers, okay, or whatever you want to do, think of that as like a text message or a phone call. Now, could you imagine waiting on me to call another place for you to check on your own job application? You better call your own guy. You better call that place yourself and check on the status of your app. Don't wait. What you waiting on me for? So could you imagine living a life waiting on a God to manifest your reality for you? And so now religion is why, that's why religion is called a mind virus, because your brain is a computer and your mind is the internet. And religion is telling you that you can't use your internet because somebody else is using the internet for you. So whatever that's like you can't choose what you Google choose what the you see for the day. That's what religion is basically telling you. Everything is in God's plan. You don't have no control over your life. Anything that happens in your life is God's reason. Instead of you saying, you know what? I have the power to attract in my life what I want versus going to look. And so this is why a lot of people are not manifesting what they want, because you don't understand how the universe works, okay? You don't chase your dreams. You attract your dreams.
Remember, you're the creator and the player. With extra seasoning. When the beef Wellington come out good.
I'm in the chicken business.
Oh yeah, okay. So you know all the dirt about the chickens,
Yeah,
man.
I don't eat chicken.
I don't eat chicken. I don't eat chicken either.
No, chicken's a sponge. Okay, it doesn't taste like anything other than what you put on it. Yeah. Okay, from barbecue sauce to Italian sauce to whatever.
Yeah, it's a good source of protein. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. There's no nutrients in it.
Bland. Go to the store, go into the deli section, and look at your chicken roasts that are in there. You get 16% protein, 17% protein, 20% protein. Okay, and it all gets more expensive as you go up with the protein because it's got less water and less crap, but it's still full of water and crap. You never buy it if it's in a box frozen. You never buy it in a box in a bag. You never buy it if it's frozen at all. Okay, if you can buy anything, you buy air-chilled chicken because it's got the least amount of water.
The entire food business, we're the best magicians that you've ever seen in your entire life. Because we make you believe and buy that's not good for you.
Glitch or optical illusion?
Trespassing. Please leave the area. This area is under video surveillance and you have been recorded.
This. My God. This wild out. What is going on? Only in the Bronx. Oh, what the bro? He is wildin'. What the How is he driving like that? Now I gotta get this. My car is over there. He better not come down the block where my car is. What the Your boy is wildin'.
Set gathered together 72 of his cohorts and betrayed Osiris and stabbed him and then cut him up into 13 pieces, scattered them across the planet, okay, with then Isis, with the help of a couple of others who are less important in my opinion. Isis then came, she found the pieces, but she didn't find the phallus. Okay, so she put them together, but she couldn't find the phallus. She knew that she needed to continue and propagate that bloodline because it was critical to what is happening now. If that bloodline hadn't continued, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing now. Okay, so she created, through magic, a golden phallus. Then she made love to Osiris that way, and then Horus was born. But the truth of that is Horus is Osiris reborn. Horus is Osiris. They are not separate beings. They're one and the same thing. So then the battle continued between Horus and Set and went on and on. Set then took Horus's eye, took his eye out. So and Set, you could say Setian. The Setian consciousness is the dark, probably satanic, vampiric, parasitic consciousness that's here, right? So Set took Horus's eye. And then when you see in the entertainment industry, when you see all the time doing this, you know the reason they're doing this? The reason they're doing this is they're saying, ha ha ha, we got his eye. We took his eye. So it's mocking Horus, it's mocking the good.
72. Jesus had 72 disciples.
Okay, next.
To the hospital or heaven?
Have illusion that we are still here, but actually it's already completely another realm.
This is a third dimensional planet, and now Earth is going to be a fourth and fifth dimensional planet. There will still be some people, many people on the planet that are third dimensional beings, and they cannot move into the fourth or fifth dimension because their energy is too low because of their negative karma. You'll be able to carry this physical body into the fourth dimension, but not the fifth dimension. Your body has to change. he will have a crystalline body in the fifth dimension. And it's just the beginning for us to move higher and higher and higher. Because there's no limit to dimensions. It's the closed mind that keeps all these people that come here sick. They refuse to believe that they can heal.
Has the rapture already begun?
女生下夜班的小酒店。
Even the rooster got confused.
There is a spirit that can mimic intercourse. The first time it comes in, they need an invitation again. They can't just do this to you. Oddly enough, there was a woman who was a widow, and she woke up one night and she saw what she thought was her husband standing in the room. And he said, can I lie down with you? And she said, of course, come in. Ah, there's the invitation. That night, he winds up, as in her words, making love to me. And she said it was very much like my husband.
Wow.
And the second night he came back, and this night he did not ask permission. He just came into the bed and had sex with her. She said it was not like making love. And the third night he was raping her.
That is so
And that's
creepy.
when she called, and I met with her, and she told me the whole story. And I said, let's be clear. You did watch your husband get put into the ground in a box, correct? She said, yes. I go, why did you think he came back? Because it looked just like him. And she was probably lonely.
Yes.
So this
Missing him.
This is what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
they're very manipulative. They know what they know
triggers are.
exactly. So you have to be on guard.
Incubus, succubus. BBL or diaper fool? Pick one. And that's a dangerous game.
Who are you?
I'm Billy Eichner.
And okay, all right. So, and is this like TV or?
Yeah, this is like television. Yeah.
What television?
Like Billy on the Street.
Oh, okay. So are you an internet thing?
No, it's actually a TV thing and an internet thing.
I don't like your attitude.
Okay, I don't like yours. I'm on TV.
Who gives a?
Who gives a about you?
She wasn't prepared for that. He took her out. Mom, I don't feel comfortable here.
The soul was sent here to grow and develop. So if you're not here developing your talent, your skills that they talk about in the Bible, and they talk about in your Quran, then you ain't did the life right, so you gotta keep on coming back. That's what I got, Mom. But you don't understand about coming back is the time don't exist. So everything is happening now. The past, present, and the future is all connected in every move. So you're just gonna die, come back in another body, but it's all happening right now like a long-ass dream, but you just don't understand it. But when you wake up and open all your levels and you vibrate correctly, right? If you vibrate correctly and stay in the dark with meditation, then you can vibrate and get out of hell. That's what I'm about. And that's what Jesus came to everybody. You can get out of here. Everybody like, don't look up, for heaven is within. He kept on pointing to the heart. But they want to tell you to be smart in your brain, but your IQ level don't matter. It's about the heart, because the soul is in the heart. You die, you just don't know it. I died 5 times, right? And I'm telling you, don't go towards the light. I got tricked. I went towards the light, gang. The light bring you back here. Don't go towards the light, because the light is the devil. It's part of their trick. Oh, well.
Remember, it's a mind game.
I'm never eating McDonald's again. I bit into my nugget. I bit into my nugget.
He bit in it.
And seen this. I don't know what it is. Hopefully somebody can
Like something growing in that
give me an explanation.
I should look like a. Bro, what the?
I almost ate this. Like, what the is this? McDonald's, you got some explaining to do. What is this? I'm finna throw up. I'm finna puke everywhere. Bro, no, you talking about just chill, bro. What is this, bro? And I done ate the whole 10-piece. This was the last nugget. Oh, my mama, this was the last nugget, bro. I done ate the whole 10-piece damn near. And I just bit into this one.
Tapeworm confirmed.
Did you know that we've been completely lied to about the way our hearts actually work? Because if people found out the power of this magnet that is inside of us, they could not only pull any person towards them, but they could pull any experience, any dream that they want would just magnetize towards them. People would be too powerful. See, we were taught and conditioned to believe that the heart is just a physical pump, pumping blood into our body, but this is not the truth. The heart is actually an electromagnetic coil that can be unfolded, but they don't want you to see this image right here, and that's why it's so hard to find on Google. This is not just me making this up. Scientists have actually measured that our hearts produce a significant electromagnetic field with each contraction due to the coordinated depolarization of myocytes producing a current flow that extends outside of the body. Almost everything that modern science and the school system teaches us is true about our bodies and the way we work is a complete lie to mask our true potential and what we are as energetic beings. Our hearts are not just pumps, our hearts are electromagnetic coils that pull energy through us that will either magnetize experiences, people towards us, or deter them away. Reality you experience is determined by how much love you radiate outwards for the life that you currently live. And most people today, because they work jobs, because they're out of alignment with what they love, their passion, they're in service to themselves, not to the world, therefore in a perpetual downward spiral and not living their dream life.
And the heart is the center of the simulation.
There's a group of people that are born with, we'll call them superhuman abilities, supernatural abilities. It's really a bad term. It's just abilities that they have strong consciousness and awareness of. And it has to do with the blood. It has to do with an anomaly that's in the blood. So I told this story, and in the Brotherhood, it's a private organization. I was born in 1963, by the way. It's a private organization that would pick certain people, either from a genetic bloodline family, and they were allowed to join. And then they would find some anomalies, somebody who wasn't from a genetic bloodline family, but had this anomaly in their blood, this genetic anomaly, which allowed them in the brain to do certain things. But just recently, I had a brain scan done and a whole series of tests with radioactive isotopes to see what parts of the brain light up. And all I can tell you is when this was looked at, it's like these parts of the brain, how they're lit up and why they're lit up is, I've never seen it. And I said, well, I know what I'm doing with it. The reason you haven't seen it before is you haven't seen people like me. You haven't also looked at the brain scans of Tibetan monks. So I showed them the brain scans you can see. So you have the average normal baseline. And then you have some, we'll call it, spiritual enlightened person, a self-realized person, a perfected master, or Tibetan Buddhist monk who's been meditating his whole life. And you have people like myself who are in the Brotherhood. Let's look at our brains. And we know how this works. It's the hardware. It's the hardware. The brain has a lot to do with success, happiness, joy, so many things. We forget about the hardware of the brain.
And we're truly powerful.
We now have footage of what the moon looks like when you are beyond the ice wall, which we got from this video from 2012, which shows a guy in Antarctica near the ice wall looking up at what must be a different side of the moon. Now here's the actual video. If you look closely at the moon here, it looks as if it's in the shape of a salamander. And if you've heard anything from my other videos, there's this whole theory that the moon is actually a reflection of all the land on Earth. So what we see is actually sort of a map in the sky. So whatever this salamander-shaped continent is, it must be what the land looks like over here. And maybe it could be a giant salamander even. And I'm not going to explain this all again because I've done that many times in other videos, but basically there's this map from World War II that the Germans had, and it was based off of the moon. It was a reflection of the moon, and they drew all of our continents onto it, as well as secret ones that were far off in the west that were behind an ice barrier.
And that's a wrap for today, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me. Smash that subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.